The moon was round, the stars were bright, the world was tucked in bed. A sleepy, cozy, happy sigh escaped from Pippin's head. He'd brushed his teeth and read his book and plumped his pillow high, and listened to the quiet of the deep and velvet sky. But through the hush there came a sound he'd never heard before, a rhythmic little chirping from just outside his door. It wasn't like the wind or rain, it wasn't like an owl, it was a steady, cheerful tune upon the midnight prowl. The sound went creak, 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 a tiny squeaky beat. It sounded strangely musical and also rather sweet. Is that a fairy's tiny door that's rusty on its hinge? He wondered from his blanket's warm and comfy fuzzy fringe. Or maybe it's a pixie band that's practicing a tune, or just a little clockwork mouse who's wound up by the moon. His panda curiosity, it simply wouldn't rest. He had to solve this mystery and put it to the test. So Pippin slipped out from his bed, his paws made not a sound. He put his little slippers on and bravely looked around. He lit his tiny lantern with its friendly, gentle gleam to follow this peculiar and enchanting little theme. He opened up his front door just a careful little crack, and knew that once he started there would be no turning back. He stepped out in the silver light, a hero on a quest to find the secret singer who was putting sleep to test. The chirping sound seemed closer now than farther than right near. It played a game of hide and seek with Pippin's furry ear. He followed it across the lawn where dew was on the grass, and watched the moonbeams make the little spider webs look like glass. The sound went past the daisies with their sleepy heads all bent, and Pippin felt a thrill of pure and wondrous wonderment. He was a nighttime explorer, so careful and so grand, with just a lantern and a song to guide him through the land. He thought he'd found the source of it beneath the mushroom cap, where a plump and sleepy beetle was just settling for a nap. But the beetle only snuffled with a tiny sleepy wheeze, as he dreamt of crawling happily on logs and forest trees. "It isn't you," said Pippin with a quiet, gentle sigh. The creak, creak, creak was coming from a patch of clover high. He tiptoed ever closer with his lantern held up high, to finally unmask the noisy nighttime lullaby. He parted two tall blades of grass, and what did he behold? A story that was better than the best he'd e'er been told. A tiny cricket, green and bright, was sitting on a leaf, a very small and musical and charming little thief. He wasn't stealing anything but Pippin's sleepy mood by rubbing both his wings to make the sound that he pursued. He moved them in a blur of motion, making his sweet song, the sound that Pippin followed and had looked for all along. Pippin watched in silent awe, his lantern shining low. The cricket didn't seem to mind the panda's gentle glow. He sang his song right to the moon, a tune of pure delight, to fill the empty spaces in the calm and peaceful night. And Pippin realized with a start the world was full of sound, of tiny little symphonies if you just look around. It wasn't strange or squeaky, it was perfect and so right, a cricket's happy music for the audience of night. He didn't say a single word, he didn't make a peep. He just backed up and tiptoed off with secrets he could keep. He climbed back into his own bed, his quest was at an end.